Hey guys, JoeOnit coming in. Got another battle replay for you here on Total War Rome 2. Welcome back to the Land of Caesars. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And sorry for the little bit of a break there from the videos. I was having a little bit of internet issues, but it does seem that those issues have been resolved. So we are back to making battle replays here for you guys to all enjoy. Make sure to hit the like button, drop comments, share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. Make sure you do all of that. So we are here on the settlement of Carthage, town center for Carthage, as I just did. The town center smiley face is right there, in case you guys didn't know Carthage. That is the town center. We do have a 2v2 here. Let's take a look. This is an attacker's point of view. So we do have the defenders. One Billy Bob Jr. being commanding is the Bactria faction here. And then we also have a Pontus in here somewhere being commanded by Sir Alex. Ooh, a lot of yelling going on right there. Some Levy Freeman. Getting out onto the attackers, we do have a Sparta here being commanded by Jutan 44, and he has 5 Spartan hoplites, 3 Perioki spears, 2 heroes of Sparta, one of those being the general, 1 Royal Spartan, 1 unit of the Perioki pikemen, 3 Cretan archers, 1 Helid archer, 1 giant ballista, and 1 citizen cavalry, citizen cavalry. And then over here we have a Massilia being commanded by Spoon cavalry. And he has 7 thorax swordsmen, 5 Massilian Threo spears, 2 Levy Freeman. General is a Paeus Lancer. He also has 3 Gallic hunters, 1 Massilian cavalry, and a Scorpion. But he's playing a sneaky move. We have the Gallic hunters, one of the Gallic hunters, sitting up upon this wall back here. You can do that. This is a guerrilla deploy area. Gallic hunters have guerrilla deploy. That means any unit that has guerrilla deploy can come back over here, or in the woods over there, or in the woods here, anywhere, pretty much. But this is the most common area. I'm pretty sure, actually, hold on. Scratch these. I know for a fact that you can deploy in the woods over there, where you see the forest symbol there next to my cursor, and you can also deploy them in here. This is obviously the more common placed area, though. And just to point it out, there's no gate here. This is simple, just a walk right on through, and they can get on through to the other side, which is where the town center is. So, all right, army comps out of the way. Things getting knocked down. We already have a wall, 2 walls, 3 walls technically, because this is a double wall breach. We have something moving on the inside here. What do we have? Some Eastern spearmen up on the wall there. Some more Eastern spearmen there, but we do have archer towers firing some of the Eastern archers there. Looks like they are the ones firing there as well. So yeah, we're going to get ready for the beginning of the battle. We have some cavalry coming out over there, some infantry. Let's go, guys. Let's get it going. Come on. All right, moving into the settlements, and we have some of the some of the Levy Freemen have made their way through the breach, and they are taking on some of the mercenary Celtic warriors. Celtic warriors are going to enjoy this fight. Second unit now making their way in there, but yeah, this Levy Freeman unit's probably not going to oh no, that was only one. Did he leave the other one outside? No, the other one looks like it's gone in there, but they're probably not doing very well. Levy Freeman immediately getting murdered. They got 3 kills though, so that's something, right, for Levy Freeman? This unit over here with 4 kills, so they're already better than the previous unit who only got 3. We do have the artillery starting to bombard the settlement now, though. The Spartan artillery, 9 kills so firing down this road here. Gonna probably clip some of these peltas. Looks like he's hit a few of the Eastern archers here as well. Second, oh, wait a second Levy Freeman on the way out, but oh my God, wait a second. Pontus brought a lot of cavalry here. Got Cappadocian, Noble Blood, and a Royal Pontic, and I thought we had another one over here. Wasn't there another unit of cavalry that came out here for the defenders? Maybe he brought it back inside. Maybe he brought it back inside, but we do have Cappadocian, Noble Blood, and a Pontic Royal Cavalry right there. That's actually pretty nasty. Cappadocian cavalry, pretty good. Noble Blood, pretty solid, and of course coming in with the heavy shock, not a bad thing. Now they're going to have to worry about the javelins coming from the Massilian Thereos. Obviously the thorax swordsmen have javelins there as well. I believe that the Perioki spears also have 2 volleys of javelin also, so they're going to have to worry about that. But we'll see what they end up doing. The defenders easily walking back forward, reclaiming this front tower. So as it normally does, yeah, the fire arch towers here is just firing down onto these attacking troops. Still kind of just hanging out. We got some javelins being thrown here. Some of the Massilian Thoreos throwing those javelins in there, trying to reach out and touch these Celtic Warriors there. Celtic Warriors, 57 kills there. This unit here with 30. They have also, yeah, they've both lost a couple of units. Now, this is something just obviously much stronger than the initial Levy Freeman that came inside. Massilian Thoreo Spear is going to take that initial charge, and I wonder if this Thorax is going to try and side in there and get another another charge in there. I mean, that is definitely a prime target, right? Oh, no, they got caught. Oh, the Eastern Spearmen that were coming down off the wall, catching this Thorax Swordsman out. That is probably not what the Massilian player wanted to have happen right there at that moment. But, I mean, it's just Eastern Spearmen against. They're obviously going to just get murdered. We have some, I'm guessing that's Bactrian Rural Guard. We got Pontic Swordsman General. Yep, of course he disappears. Let's see what the cavalry's doing out here. Did they move in? No, they did not. Smart move. Smart move. A lot of javelins there. I mean, they could start trying to make their way in here, but they would have to contend again with more Celtic Warriors. Another unit of the Thorax Swordsman right there. Obviously, they have some Eastern Archers and some Bactrian Peltas, so they're going to have to keep an eye on that. But there we go. There's the General. Bactrian Rural Guard and a Pontic Swordsman General. A lot of Pontus hanging out right here. A lot of Pontus hanging out right in there, which is usually, just throwing this out here, I don't know very much on 2v2s because they have to stick together, but like a 3v3, you would usually see an attacking artillery piece over on this side to be able to bombard into the settlement, because along the entire length of this wall on Carthage, there are no artillery emplacements. So they don't have to worry, as an attacker, you don't have to worry about being shot. Obviously, this artillery piece right here for the defenders, there is one right there. I guess I just mark it there. There's another one right there, and then there is another one right here. But you really only have to worry about, I guess, about this one, because they can turn and start firing in that direction. But all right, enough yapping. Let's get back to the fighting. I'm going to zoom on in here while I take a sip of my coffee. Let's find a nice, juicy place to watch some fighting, and I'll be right back. Some murder sticks right there. Yep, Levy Thoreos, Massilian Thoreo Spears, I should say. I keep saying Levy Thoreos. Good move here. The Thorax backing up is actually opening up the javelins to get some good kills on this unit. I was going to say this unit, but it looks like he's firing over here, so I'm not really sure. We do have archer fire starting to come in again, though. Those other units of the Gallic Warriors firing. You can see that unit over here. Has he moved? Not just yet. Still holding his position, still holding his place in line. The cavalry here. Oh, wait a second. We got some damage being done here. Oh, the Scorpion. Definitely firing at the Pontic Rural Cavalry. Again, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. There is a lot of javelins here, though. So maybe the Scorpion could be firing at a couple of the units of the cavalry, or start moving them inside. Just move that Scorpion inside. Start trying to fire down the road here. We got some Bactrian Hillmen there. Another unit of mercenary Syrian archers. Now, I knew that the defenders... I sworn the defenders did have a Scorpion. I thought, yeah, there he is. Bactrian, yeah, the Greek Scorpion there. Wall artillery for the defender. I thought there was one. I guess not. I guess there was no wall artillery. Some people like playing with no wall artillery. I'm not entirely sure why. Personally, I don't have a problem with the defenders having wall artillery. I feel like it just kind of gives a little bit more of a challenge to the game as far as attacking is concerned, but everybody plays however they're going to play. There's no right or wrong. Oh my God, that was brutal. That was brutal. This Celtic Warrior getting a nasty javelin volley into that Thoreos as they were trying to come around the corner. But here comes another pretty much full unit, and they are going to try and hit this gap. But unfortunately, that Celtic Warrior is in the way. So far, the attacker's having a pretty rough go. But it looks like they are going to start clearing up this front area here very, very soon. They could start pressing in on this side. There's only a couple of archer units there. It's really another unit of Thorax Swordsman there. But there's just a bunch of ranged units right here that the defenders really, they need to tighten up, need to get some more defense over on this side. I mean, we have a lot. Look at this. 3 units of Pontic Swordsmen just hanging out, counting, actually 4. 4 units of Pontic Swordsmen here. At least 1 or 2 of them could move over on this side. Maybe get ready to mount up a defense there. Final unit of the defense over here, though. The Thorax Swordsman of Bactrian charging in. Oh, my God. Yeah, we got some murder stick angles here. Let's go. Oh, never mind. They charged in. Never mind. But, I mean, this unit here, this Pontic Swordsman, did have some good volleys starting to go there. And they are still firing in. Yes, they are. Getting some close-range javelin volleys. We have some more right there. Massilian Thoreo Spears. I believe, again, more of the Thoreo. Oh, no, it's Thorax Swordsman tossing their javelins. And here we go. So the extension of the attacker's arm now starting to make their way through this breach point that they've been holding for a little while here now. The cavalry did back off. The Noble Blood there. They appear to both be still full strength. Lost sight of the Shock Cav, though I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he's hanging out in the woods over here. This little patch sitting right there. Gallic Hunters have moved or not. Have not moved yet. Still just hanging out up there. So far the attacker's doing a good job keeping the attention of the defenders up on this front part. And it's quite possible that maybe the defenders aren't really aware of what's going on. They may not have any idea. They could possibly think that the 3rd Gallic Hunter is still out here, just hasn't started firing yet, not giving up his position just yet. Now back inside, we have some Thorax Swordsmen here in a little bit of a bad way. And by a bad way, I mean they kind of snuck their way in there, but now they're just getting hit in the back there, and they're also being attacked in the front there by the Pontic Swordsman. So this is not looking too good for this unit here. Only 51 kills down to 60. Oh, okay, just dropping. Just absolutely getting murdered. Wow, 60 kills from the Bactrian Peltast. And there you go. Thorax is gone. Celtic Warriors there got taken out as well, though, for the defenders. They walked away with 125 kills. So not too bad. This front line still being held. Single unit of Thorax Swordsmen there for Bactria, still holding on the line. But like I said, we do have the Pontic Swordsmen that were victorious here, starting to make their way forward. So there's still a lot of fighting going on right on that part. Over on this side, a lot of archer fire coming back and forth. Syrian archers there firing. Eastern Spearmen looks like they've come back from routing. And it looks like the defenders now bringing their units back inside. You had a Thorax Swordsman unit sitting outside there for quite a while. But yeah, right here we have a Thorax Swordsman currently holding back some Spartan Hoplites. The Spartan Hoplites are actually losing. Heroes of Sparta there, and a Perioke Spear now charging in to join the fight as well. Looks like Sparta is starting to try and break through here, but again, Sam Knight's just not looking good. Oh, there it is. I thought it was sitting in the woods. Just happened to get out of that zoomed in there, that close-up. Pontic Royal Cavalry showing himself again, but no kills. No kills yet. Still very, very far away from the fight. And it looks like the defending cavalry has actually pulled away, which is now allowing the Massilian Cavalry to get in here, and oh no, this is not a good look. But oh no, they got caught. No, they're still going. They're going to get into that Eastern Archer. But this is probably where that Massilian Cavalry is going to end and be forced to go back the other direction, because we have a Pontic Swordsman who's probably more than willing to extend their javelins into this Massilian Cavalry. So yes, he is going to have to pull away, but he's going to backtrack right on through those Bactrian Peltasts again, trying to get into these Syrian archers who only have 11 kills. Bactria, you gotta move, bud. Let that Pontic Swordsman general get over there and try and weather that blow. But oh man, oh, they've only lost 2 so far, and he is getting them away. Let's see what they're at. 47 kills. They've lost 9 men. Got themselves a chevron. Not terrible. Not a terrible job there with that Massilian Cavalry. Starting to lose some more now, though. Getting caught up in melee. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Pontic Swordsmen still making their way forward. Bactrian Peltast may or may not be out of javelins. I don't know. No, they have their swords out, so they might be out. But the Massilian Cavalry looks like they're just going to be left in there. Maybe trying. Oh, that was a little bit of friendly fire. That definitely killed one of the horses there. Definitely killed at least 1, maybe 2 horses. Massilian Cav is getting taken out here, though. 86 kills. I mean, he disrupted defenders a little bit. So now it was a complete loss. I don't know. What do you guys think in the comment section there? What do you think? Was that a complete loss for that Massilian Cavalry? He walked away with 86 kills. And he was able to get in there. Now we have some of the defending cavalry. Here comes a Noble Blood. They're starting to make their way forward now. I wonder what they're going to look for. Maybe try and find an opportunity to get into some of the attacking units. I mean, this is obviously that. Yeah, I was going to say that's probably not a good place for that noble blood to just sit, because the attackers have been bombarding over in this area pretty much the whole time. 80 kills now for that Spartan artillery piece. Not too shabby. And there you go. So the Gallic Hunters have finally made it down off of this wall, and they are starting to make their way over here towards the town center. Now, initially in the beginning of the replay, we could see that the Gallic Hunter was back there. Did not know what the defenders had as far as cavalry. So I'm just going to say this real quick. Even if the Gallic Hunter gets over here and starts capturing the town center, if the defenders notice it, they have a couple of units of cav that are open and available to get back over there towards the town center quickly, hopefully quickly, to be able to break that up. Obviously, we'll have to continue watching on to see what happens. The shock cavalry around over there still just moving along. Not sure exactly. Again, I'm not really sure what that unit is looking for. He doesn't appear to have found his opportunity just yet. He doesn't see that citizen cavalry in the woods. But let's not forget, he will not be able to just charge straight over here. There is this little bit of a hill. This whole rise basically right there. As you can see that line. You can't just run up that. You have to come around over here or come around over here. There is some sort of, I'm not entirely sure what makes this impassable. I mean, it doesn't look like anything crazy that you would see past maybe like a land battle. So I'm not sure why that is as crazy as it is where you have to go around like this. But, I mean, that Pontic Royal Cavalry could try and get in here into these Spartan Archers, but I don't think he would have the greatest of luck. Now, speaking of luck, Noble Blood Cavalry now getting a vicious charge into some of these Thorax Swordsmen here. Artillery still just plowing over here. Just dropping bombs. 111 kills, so 31 more kills from the last time that we saw that artillery piece kill count. Very, very solid amount of kills. Gallic Hunters still just kind of strolling their way up. Are they running? Are they actually running, or are they just walking? I can't tell. No, they are running. They are running. They are running. They are running. They're trying to get there. Trying to get in there. So far, nothing at the town center for the defenders, which is actually really cool to see. Unfortunately, I do see a lot of replays where defenders kind of just stack stuff over there. They stack a lot of stuff on the town center, which is kind of cheesy. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, as far as the community is concerned, cap stacking, VP stacking, however you want to call it, pretty cheesy. Pretty cheesy. Maybe stop doing that. It's not very friendly as far as games are concerned. You will definitely be looked at as somebody to not play against. So I have heard that there are blacklists, if you will, that are starting to become more and more prevalent in certain communities. And if you guys don't know what a blacklist is, that basically means that if you do something that players find is not conducive to gameplay or fair gameplay, your name will be placed on a list, and if you are ever invited into a lobby, they will just kick you out. Or if you ever join a lobby and any of these players know of your name, they'll just kick you out. So maybe don't do that. Maybe play fairly and join a Discord. If you don't know how to play fair, join a Discord. I'm sure that there are plenty of people on the Hungry Wolves Discord that would love to help you out as far as making an army and staying within the rules of normal rules. At least normal rules are 1, 2, 4. So yeah, definitely not a bad thing to step in there. But this is not good. This is not good. The Pontic Swordsman General here for the defenders now getting taken out. Looks like he's going to be dead very, very soon here, which is kind of confusing again because there's another full Pontic Swordsman just sitting right there who could have easily come over here and replaced this Pontic Swordsman General. Don't think the General is dead yet, though. Somehow he is the lucky still. Oh, no, he just shattered. So there you go. The General, Pontic Swordsman General, has now shattered completely. That is definitely a shame for the defending Pontish faction here. It's going to lose a little bit of a morale since they saw their general die. That is going to be a bad thing. Pontic's now pulling away from the front a little bit. Not sure. Maybe they're looking to get some javelin volleys in there. We do have a Royal Spartan have made their way in here now, though. This is pretty nasty, especially at this stage of the game. A Royal Spartan unit getting in here is pretty deadly. right, let's get back over here, see what's going on with that town center. And looks like, okay, so the Gallic Hunters did get over here. They captured the town center. Okay, so they were in the process of winning the game as far as the countdown clock, but now this Cappadocian cavalry is going to be on the search. Definitely going to look for the archers there, or whatever unit. I'm guessing the defenders are going to know that it's a Gallic Hunter, because Sparta can't bring, at least base game, Sparta can't bring any, cannot bring any guerrilla deploy units. So we're going to have to see. I think he's going to go, oh no, he's just searching around a little bit over here. Unless maybe he did his task. I mean, the defenders, they have a unit in here. I saw something else here, so they are recapturing the town center. So that Cappadocian cavalry, I'm not really sure what it's going to do. And I know it's the Cappadocian cavalry because the Bactrian noble horse is over there. And he looks like he's actually fighting something, or was fighting something. Oh, he beat the citizen cavalry of Sparta. Okay. The other Bactrian cav was over here, that noble blood, not noble blood, the royal cavalry. I don't know where that went, though. I do not see it any longer. So far, it looks like the defenders are actually holding pretty effectively, which is actually a reverse of what the initial balance of power was. The balance of power was definitely showing in favor of the attackers, but it's definitely showing in favor of the defenders at this moment. Where is that Scorpion? Because if that Scorpion is like right here... Oh, wait a second. What's going on here? Are you getting shot? You are getting shot. Oh, you're getting shot from there. Gallic Hunters firing in there. Okay. I was going to say, I wasn't sure. It looked like the arrows were coming from this direction, and there's nothing over there from the attacking range units. I'm not sure where that Scorpion is, but that Scorpion would probably be pretty helpful, especially like right about here, because it would be able to fire into all of this blob right there from the attackers. Now, the balance of power, like I said, it actually looks like it's shifted a little bit back closer to even. There's that Cappadocian cavalry. He ran all the way back up on the wall. He ran for his life all the way back up there. Gallic Hunters back pretty much where they initially started. So they don't have any kills. So is that really the best use for this unit? I mean, Gallic Hunters are a pretty solid archer unit. The defenders have recaptured the town center, so we are pretty much back to square zero as far as the defenders having claim for their own town center. Now, back up on the front here, we got the Cretan archers have moved in there. We got the Helid archers over there. Yes, we do. A lot of... Actually, not. We have the Bactrian... Ooh, Bactrian Peltast in melee right now. Currently taking on some Spartan Hoplites. Spartan Hoplites unit is winning. But right behind them, there is a Thorax Swordsman. Looks like they are ready to go. Ready to charge in there at any moment. Here comes that Cappadocian cavalry. He looks like he's going to try and come over here, maybe find an opportunity to get a charge in onto something. There's Scorpion right there, Greek Scorpion, 70 kills so far. Now, but the attackers still have, I was going to say, they still have the Hippeus Lancer right there. Cappadocian cavalry should get a charge. Oh, no, they're about to get charged. Oh, no, never mind. Not a good charge, though. They were a little bit too close to that front line, but they did charge into the Gallic Hunters. What is that? Eastern archers firing in there. Yeah, Cappadocian might want to get out of there. Cappadocian might definitely want to get out of there now. This is starting to look a little bit more rough for the defenders. I got to say, a little bit more rough. Some of the archers here getting some good kills. Cretan archers, 34 kills there, 5 there. The other one over there with 21. Not sure where the hell it went. Did the Helid archer break? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he got shot up. 0 kills. 0 kills, so he still has full ammo. But this noble horse could definitely kind of make his way around over here. He's still going to have to contend with that Hippeus Lancer, though. But he is starting to make his way over here. Looks like maybe he's at least going to charge in onto the Helots. Try and kill them, because they still have full ammo. They have 0 kills. Definitely just want to make, I was going to say, definitely just want to make the commitment with the noble horse. Now, run away. Yep, you can run away. Should be able to get away from that Hippeus Lancer with not a whole lot of problem. Oh, no, they're going to get caught. Yep, they got caught. So, unfortunately, this Bactrian noble horse just took a... Actually, he didn't really get that good of a charge from the Hippeus. Hippeus Lancer is trying desperately to catch up there. giving that battle rhythm to himself, but I don't think he's really going to get there. And now look at this, the back three Noble Horse. Is he running to the gate? Oh, I think he is. And yep, okay, I was going to say, hopefully that Hippeus sees that, because they got a Syrian getting up on the wall there. All right, so back over here, I mean, still got some brutal fighting going on right there. Still have the pikemen, periodic pikemen. They are facing away. If the defenders had any ammunition, that would probably be a prime target to fire into there. But it looks like the defenders are actually on this side starting to finally get taken over. The amount of ammo that Sparta looks like they retained until this far into the end of the battle is definitely helping them out. Eastern Archers here climbing close to 100 kills. Another Eastern Archer right there, 136. This front area right here is a bit open. If this Pontic Swordsman can continue fighting on and holding on, taking on these Royal Spartans, and it looks like he is possibly going to be able to hold on, maybe win that fight there. But this is broken over here. This is a problem. This road has now been broken open. Syrian archers running away. Looks like the defenders are kind of running out of infantry. We do still have a back and rear guard, though, so that is still something that is pretty scary, is the back and rear guard. They could definitely get some good kills, but oh my god, look at this. Eastern archers wavering and shattering. 116 men, 104 men. They had another unit right there, a very small unit there, down to 38, but they are routing. Routing and wavering. This is definitely not a good sign for the defenders at this point. Bactrian Noble Horse getting a charge into those Spartan hoplites, but does not look like it paid off as much as they wanted it to. And now the Cretan archers getting some shots in there. Actually, yeah, the Noble Horse is going to have to run. Going to have to run away. Now, I see something here. Not sure what that banner was. I lost sight of it. That is the Bactrian Royal Guard has made its way forward. Oh, it's the Scorpion. I knew I saw the banner. I just couldn't see what it was. Doesn't look like he's firing. It's just like he's sitting. It's gonna. Oh no! The Bactrian Royal Guard taking on a Heroes of Sparta general. Ooh, that is a fight for sure. Boy, I don't want to miss too much more. Balance of power back in favor of the attackers. And look at that. The Gallic Hunters have made their way down off the wall yet again and are making their way towards that town center. Are we going to have the same exact thing happen again? I mean, there is 3 minutes left in the replay, but oh, the Hippeus Lancer has made its way through that front line. That is a big problem. Here comes the Noble Horse, though. Noble Horse is coming down. Looks like he's just going to try to charge right into this Spartan infantry and Spartan archers here. So we are going to get a charge in onto these Cretan archers here as well. At least, there you go. Hammer charge from the defenders. Trying to get a little bit of a payback. Going to bounce off into the other one. Now their Spartan general has now turned its back, taking on this Bactrian Royal Guard, who is losing slightly. But it does say that the Heroes of Sparta general is losing slightly as well. 200 kills for the Spartan general, 102 there for the Bactrian Royal Guard. Hippeus Lancer general now just running to the town center. I thought for sure he was going to try and maybe take a fight up over here. Maybe make his way up in here, start trying to clear out a little bit more. 2.5 minutes left in this battle replay, though, and you guys can see that a lot of the defenders have broken down. But there's nothing really... Well, no, hold on a second. There's a 84... 99. So there is some Sparta left. Spartan pikemen charging on forward here. Thorax swordsman leaving the staircase. There's the Hippeus Lancer has found the other noble blood cavalry. So there was a third. There was a third unit of, second unit of noble blood cavalry hanging around. But unfortunately, they have been caught and found by the Hippeus Lancer, which is now going to allow the Gallic Hunters again to sneak their way back up into the town center and recapture it again. which is honestly going to probably be the end of this fight because the defenders don't have much left here. Infantry, they have one thorax swordsman that has been pretty much untouched. Has 90 kills though, but he lost 18. I almost said 80. Lost 18 men. The Bactrian Royal Guard here still fighting on though, trying to take on that Heroes of Sparta. Heroes of Sparta 230. The Bactrian Royal Guard General with 112. Another charge coming in. Nice counter charge from the back. So, okay, right there in case you guys didn't see it. The Thorax charged in there against the Cretans. The Spartan General charged in there against the Thorax Swordsman, and the Bactrian Royal Guard actually got a rear charge in onto that Heroes of Sparta. So that's going to help out a bit, but here comes the nail right here. This is going to be the final nail for this Bactrian Royal Guard, I believe. The attackers, like I said, pretty much have recaptured the town center, and there you go. So they've recaptured the town center. Cavalry and archers sitting there. Archers haven't done anything. Cav have 105 kills. They have lost 33 men, though, so they have definitely lost a good amount of men. But that Heroes of Sparta General losing. And the Bactrian Royal Guard now charging in onto the Spartan Hoplites. 24 seconds left. The Pontus Eastern Archers here, though, still firing. 129 kills. Firing down, killing that Heroes of Sparta General, but I don't think he's actually going to break. Oh, he did. I was going to say maybe he will. So he did end up breaking, but I mean, we only got 10 seconds left. That is going to be the end. I'm going to guess that this battle ended with the back cap there from the Gallic Hunters. So costly victory for the attackers. Let's take a look at some of these kills here. So starting off with Spoon Cavalry, he was the one that sent the replay in. Sent it in a long time ago, though, so this one has been kind of waiting in the wings. Spoon Cavalry walking away with 1,910 kills, 105 with his cavalry. Archers, only one unit there with 131. The other one, unfortunately, didn't do very much, and this one was just basically just capping the town center. Massilian Thoreos, 117, 135, and his Thorax, 159, 174, 128, and 252. That one's actually really solid. Then we have Junitan, 44, playing as Sparta, 1828, not too bad. 255 with the General, 112 with the Ballista. Archers, one unit with 111, another unit there with 145. These two just got destroyed. Heroes of Sparta, 134. Perioki Pikemen actually got some kills, 101. Royal Spartans, 288, almost 300 kills for them, very nice. And then we have some of his Spartan Hoplites, 113 and 115, so 2 out of the 5 getting over 100 kills. We have Billy Bob Jr. playing as Bactria, 1794, 148 with his General, 129 with that Bactrian Noble Horse. Bactrian Peltas, 118, 144. Two of his Syrians, actually, 116, 106, and pretty, not too bad or pretty good, whichever one you want to look at. His Thorax Surgeon, 107, 143, 139, 184, 129, 112, 109. So pretty good there. 7 of his 7 over 100 kills. And then we have Sir Alex playing as Pontus, 2,063 kills. 88 with that General. Unfortunately, did not replace it, didn't get it out of that fight there. Oh, it only had 1 noble horse. I thought he had 2 noble blood. Okay. Okay. Well, Cappadocian 122. The other, unfortunately, did not do very much. Eastern Archers 136, 133, 166. So 3 out of the 4. His Celtic Warriors here 125 and 147. 2 out of the 4. Pontic Swordsman 201, 116, 170, and 131. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of Pontic Swordsman, and he had 1, 2, 3, 4. So 50% of them getting their good kills of over 100. But all right, guys, there you go. End of today's battle replay. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, like I said back at the beginning, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video. Really, really, really does help the channel out as a whole. Just surpassing 13,000 subscribers. Actually just hit 13.1 yesterday. So already 100 new subscribers. Definitely awesome to see the channel continuing to grow. Hopefully you guys, if you are watching my channel and you have not hit the subscribe button yet, the button's right there and it is free. Just click, and there you go. You're on your way. You'll be notified. If you hit that notification bell, you will be notified when I go live and when new videos come out. But that is going to be the end here for me. So thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, until the next one.